But first, if you have ever taken a trip to the fridge to make dinner and you find it full of, well, nothing, then you're not alone. That's when you pull out an underestimated kitchen tool, your phone. Plug in random ingredients, dinner ideas pop up. Googling your dinner can be a good way to combine those oddball items hanging out in your fridge and come up with something totally new for dinner. At least that's the concept. We have turned this into a real-time cooking challenge this week. Food guest Suzy Robertson is on deck today. We just saw a hand take your phone away. Jeff's gonna type us in so that Google is ready to go. We're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Welcome to our kitchen. Is this how you cook at home?
You know what? I have never done this, I'll be honest, because I just, I create my own stuff. I like to create a lot, but I am so excited to do it because I've heard it's really popular now. And it helps those people who don't cook a ton to be able to put in those ingredients and come up with something great.
So far throughout this series, all of our chefs have sort of had the same answer, like, my head's my Google.
Yeah.
But that's you, you're a creative cook that way. I think the rest of us aspire to cook like this, so this makes it a good training tool.
I remember when I was young, my mom, I'd open the fridge and I'm like, there's nothing to eat, right? And all of a sudden she'd whip up this nice dinner and I'm like, how did you do that? But 20, 25 years later, now I can do that. But it's an acquired skill, yes.
So are you ready to take random ingredients from a viewer's fridge and turn out dinner in 1 hour?
Let's do it.
You do well under pressure, right?
Totally.
All right, let's pull in our viewer today. This is Debbie Lee. She's joining us from Orem via Skype. Hi, Debbie. How you doing?
Hi.
You're talking to me. You're talking to Suzy here in the kitchen. And what we want to know is your dinner time schedule. What does it typically look like at your house come 5, 6 o'clock?
It's pretty crazy. We have a lot of baseball games and cheer practices that we're trying to fit in. So it's generally like 6, 7, trying to cram it all in.
It's crunch time at that point. All right, who are you feeding? Tell us a bit about your family. Who sits around your dinner table?
I have my husband who is allergic to everything. And then my 13-year-old and my 17-year-old, oftentimes my married daughter and her husband and their dogs.
Okay, Suzy's taking notes. You got some mouths to feed. You got some mouths to feed. All right, any allergies, Debbie? Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, so what are the major ones?
Gluten and wheat is one of them, or a couple of them.
Gluten and wheat?
Did you say
what you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Gluten and wheat. Okay, that's going to limit you a little bit. You're up for it. I know you are. All right, Debbie, what ingredients do you have hanging out around the pantry or in the fridge that we could put to use today?
I had shredded chicken, tomatoes, carrot, black beans, quinoa, just kind of.
That's a good list. I know it feels random, but I think looking at it, that's probably a good list. Suzy's fingers are busy. She's plugging in the shredded chicken, tomatoes, quinoa. What else did you say? Black beans?
Yeah.
This is a test of my memory. All week I'm trying to keep the ingredients straight in my head.
Black beans.
How's it looking, Suzy?
Did we?
Quinoa, shredded chicken, tomatoes, black beans. What was the 5th item, Deb?
Cheese. I'm reading them. Oh, we had some cream cheese.
Cream cheese.
Oh, cream cheese.
Cream cheese. Here it comes, here it comes. Google, do your magic, and what are we seeing?
Okay, 1 pan Mexican quinoa.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, she's fun. Crock pot chicken and quinoa burrito bowl.
Okay.
I love bowls. That's always a good way to go.
Bowls are good to assemble. We did that yesterday, actually, with Wendy, kind of to put together a Buddha bowl.
A casserole is good for a big family.
Is anything jumping out at you right away?
We can't do crock pot, so I think...
Yeah, a lot of crock pot probably with the chicken and sour cream. Or cream cheese, sorry.
You know what? I really like this Damn Delicious girl. She's great. So
you're filling the Mexican quinoa?
Yeah, we'll check this one out.
Okay, all right, Debbie, we're at work. You gonna listen in with us throughout the hour?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thanks so much. Nice to have you, and thanks for letting us take your food and turn it into something fabulous. You're in good hands with Suzy. All right, we did allow you 3 rescue ingredients, right, that you could bring to the kitchen. These are things that you typically stock in your own kitchen.
Yes.
So what did you bring?
Okay, so I brought good old white vinegar, my husband's favorite ingredient, but this brightens everything. Vinegar brightens anything up. So if you have a dish that's kind of bland, you do that and it brightens flavors.
Okay, what's this?
Tajin, this is a yummy kind of Mexican spice that has the lime and kind of a chipotle cayenne chili pepper taste.
That could come into play
with
this.
So that brightens anything too.
Because I was reading Mexican quinoa, that's the dish you're on, right?
So I'm like, perfect, this is Mexican, I've got Mexican stuff. And the chips are perfect for any crunch. Add a little salt to anything that's kind of mushy too.
Those are her 3 rescue ingredients, as we call them. And then, of course, Harmon's has stocked the pantry behind us with just some basics. Spices, seasonings, flour, that kind of thing. You ready?
We're ready.
Let's go, Suzy. We're excited. 1 hour, the clock is ticking. Dinner will be on the table. And Google, of course, is our best kept secret, our best kept kitchen tool today. And Suzy's on her way. She's confident, she's ready to go. A few allergies there. That'll throw some curveballs today. We'll be tracking and checking in throughout the hour as this dinner progresses. I am learning a lot, having a lot of fun with this, so I hope you are. In the Studio 5 kitchen today, food guest Suzy Robertson has Googled dinner, coming up with a new recipe with random ingredients and just an internet search. Suzy, remind us the ingredients that you're using today.
Okay, so quinoa is one of them.
Right.
Our tomatoes, but we did not have fire roasted tomatoes. So we're going to add to our tomatoes a little bit of cumin and cayenne to
The
kind of
recipe
make them
called
more
for
of a
fire roasted?
Yes. So so we didn't have those. So we're gonna spice it up with a little bit of cayenne and cumin to make up for that. And,
okay.
We're just we didn't have any cream cheese, so we're gonna kind of make up some stuff from there too, but we're doing good. We're doing good so far. This is a one-pot wonder.
Catch us up. What's the recipe called that you're making?
Let me get the exact recipe.
You're like,
I believe it's just
back to Google, fact check.
One pan Mexican quinoa.
Mexican quinoa. Okay.
Yes.
We are watching along. Sorry to interrupt. We'll let you keep cooking.
You're good.
Let you get busy.
We're doing
we will
good.
Taste and tell at the end of the hour. This is a fun series we're doing this week. Google your dinner. Love it.
Okay, so we are back here in the kitchen with our Google Your Dinner, and it's coming along really nicely. We got an easy recipe. It's just a one-pot recipe. So we've come across a couple snags. So one, we didn't have a jalapeno. So a good substitute for that we decided to go for, we had a can of green chilies. So we just did green chilies. They're not going to give as much heat, so we added a little bit of crushed red pepper to add some heat to the dish. So that was overcoming our first challenge. And then our next one is it called for fire-roasted tomatoes, but we just had diced. So I added just a little bit of chili powder to, once again, add a little bit more flavor that those fire roasted would have added. And so we're just throwing everything in this pot together. It was looking a little bit dry, so we added a little bit extra chicken broth, and now it's coming along nicely. So I think it's going to turn out great.
Suzy Robertson has pulled together a meal idea using the internet and what's available, or what was available, in one Studio 5 viewers' fridge. We talked to Debbie Lee from Orem earlier in the hour. She kind of laid out what she had left from her grocery list.
Right.
And you did some Googling. What came up was a Mexican quinoa.
Yes, this one pot Mexican quinoa, and I think it's going to be great.
So what went into this?
Okay, so super simple. We just sauteed. We didn't have jalapenos, so we added those green chilies, but you basically just saute that with garlic, and then you throw everything in. It's really a one-pot, easy vegetable broth, quinoa, black beans, corn, tomatoes. We didn't have the fire roasted, so we heated it up a little bit with some cayenne.
And you really were layering flavor, which we hear a lot about, right, in the kitchen, to really layer the flavor.
Yeah. Lots of different flavors go in this. So I am going to use one of my rescue ingredients because I love with any Mexican dish. I kind of lucked out with this. I brought this tahine, and it is so fun because it brings in this really bright lime flavor.
I was giving Suzy a hard time, like, hold on. Did you know? Did you and Debbie talk before this show?
I did not know, but
because
it's my new favorite thing. Yeah, so this will be fun. But so you know what I love about this too is that one pot meals, this is the kind of meal that you could keep on your stove. And when you have kids coming in and out at different times, which we always do at my house, you know, it can just stay warm on low, and then they can eat it whenever they want.
With activities, soccer games, practice, whatever it is, they can dish up as they please.
So what else? So we're going to top it with avocado. This came in the recipe as well, so we're just going to put a couple little chunks of avocado in there. You stuck pretty close to the recipe. Yes, we did. And then a little bit of cilantro.
Ooh, I love cilantro.
And it has the fresh lime on there already. We'll see if there's a little left in there.
You can never go wrong with a little more fresh lime.
That's right. And then we'll sprinkle a little of this tahine. It's so yummy on guacamole.
Oh, so you're putting that on top. I thought you were going to work it in.
Nope. It's like a fresh, thing you want to season with at the very end.
Okay.
So should we try it out?
Yes, I want to. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. This smells amazing.
See how it goes.
And quinoa, any tricks for cooking quinoa? People don't normally work with that grain.
It's so easy. It only cooks in 15 minutes. So that's why this is a super easy, fast one-meal dish. So it cooks fast. And if you cook it with vegetable or chicken broth, it takes that bitter flavor away. Some people don't like quinoa because it tends to be bitter. But this is not. This is good. Is it good?
I love the flavor. It's a little hot. Blow.
Is it?
Blow before you burn your mouth like I did mine. Sacrifice for TV people. You had no idea what was cooking inside this mouth.
She was dying.
It was really good. I love the cilantro. I love the lime. Now, if you don't have quinoa, isn't that good? Maybe this is what I'm tasting.
It is. See that lime?
Is that what
really
I'm tasting?
Bright. It's like dried lime in there. A little bit of chili powder and stuff.
This is delicious. If you don't have the quinoa, if that's not a regular ingredient on your shelf, I know Suzy will say it should be, right? Because it's a healthy grain. Could you use rice?
Okay, because we do need to say that quinoa is a complete protein, and that's why you can use that as like a one-meal dish, even without any meat. We used the shredded chicken, and we added that because she had that in her in her fridge. But you don't even have to add chicken because you get a complete protein just as if you had meat with quinoa. That's why it's so popular.
This was so fun.
This is great. Yeah.
Lunch is served for us, dinner served for Debbie, and hopefully you at home, if you have some of these ingredients like Debbie did, hanging out around the kitchen. And where can we get more recipe inspiration from you, my friend?
From our blog at foodiegonehealthy.com.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
This is so fun
super
for us to like
So
just
fun.
hover and learn and watch. So
And eat.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. Thank you so much.